Hello again and welcome to another video from the Marketing Study Guide. In this video I'm going to have a look at the segmentation, targeting and positioning process that is foundational in marketing and how it connects to marketing strategy itself. My name is Jeff and I'm a long-term marketing lecturer and practitioner. This is just an overview of the segmentation process that I'm sure you're familiar with. We start with the overall customer base or the overall set of consumers. We then put them into segments, which are related groups of consumers based on some segmentation based, something relevant to a marketing activity or descriptor. And then from those, we pick one or more of those to be our best target market, so the ones we're going to follow. We then build positioning and strategy and a marketing mix around the needs of that target market. And the goal is to improve our overall business success. Okay, just a recap of the letters STDP. S stands for segmentation. That's where we're splitting up the overall customers or consumers into groups, related groups, creating segments. T is target market selection, or sometimes called targeting, where we go through and say, out of the segments we've constructed, that's the segment we're going to pursue, and that becomes our target market. And that is a decision of where we're going to compete in the marketplace. D is how we're going to differentiate. So when we're thinking about what we're going to offer that target market, we want something that's unique and different to our competitors, and we want to bring something new to the marketplace. So that becomes how we're going to compete. And then finally, our overall positioning, how we're going to be seen by consumers relative to competition. So what are we going to stand out for? What are they going to know about our brand? Why would they buy us, etc.? In some textbooks, I've linked these two here. They just say positioning because differentiation is typically a component of positioning, but some textbooks split it out for to be crystal clear for marketing students. Okay, so let's have a look at our main strategic questions. The first one is market segmentation. We go, okay, what market are we looking at? So we define what market we're actually competing in. So if we're a fast food or a takeaway food shop, we could make burgers. We could be in the burger market. We could be in healthy food. We could be in pizza. We can be in any combination of foods. And then we could go, we're in the restaurant part. We're going to do a restaurant, or we're going to do only home delivery, or we're going to franchise. So depending on how we frame the market and what the business is all about, depends what set of consumers are we looking at. Is it just local consumers, citywide, national, people who go out for food, people who stay at home and get food delivered, people who buy ingredients and make their own food. So depending on how we've constructed the business, that will help us define the market. And then with market segmentation, we then split them up into groups, those consumers, and then eventually, once we're happy with those segments, we will select one or more of those segments to be our target market. And that becomes the next question of where are we competing? So we're in this overall market and we're going to focus here. This is where we're going in. This is what we're targeting. This is where we're going to attack the market. This is where we think we'll have the most success. And then finally, we need to bring that alive. How are we going to do that? Sure, that's as a group of customers there, they have needs. We've worked out what they are. How do we best meet those needs? There's already players in there. There's already competitors. Those consumers are already buying product from somewhere else. So how do we go in there, be different, and how do we position our brand? What have we known about? Where do we stand out? What's our points of difference? So that becomes our how to compete. And these are our main strategic questions when it comes to marketing. Who are we going to go after? And how are we going to be successful? So the construction of the segmentation process is very important for that. So I've got the full 9 steps that you would actually work through in real life. These are in many marketing textbooks. But we start off by defining the market that we're going to compete in. And then we break it down to different types of consumers in that market. And we then quickly check that we've done our segmentation correctly using a evaluation criteria, and I've got a separate video on that. We then build information about these segments, and we bring in information and everything we know about how they buy, how loyal they are, who they deal with, what media they watch, what are their demographic characteristics, etc. We build a story around them and a brand persona, and we get a deep understanding of them. And then we can go through a series of questions or evaluation points to go, yep, out of that segment, good, good, not so good, poor. And we go through segment by segment to see how attractive they are. Then we go, this is the target market for us. Bang, this is what we're going to go after. The positioning, the differentiation, the marketing mix, the execution, our products, how it all folds out. And then, if necessary, if we're not performing well, we review it and repeat the process. But as you can see, even though it's a series of steps segmenting the market, it tells us so much. Where are we competing? Why are we competing there? Because we've evaluated them. Who are they in detail? And how are we going to be successful? What's the whole story? So without this process, we don't have a roadmap. We don't have a direction. So even though this typically appears in a chapter on segmentation or targeting or something in the average textbook, it's actually a foundational part of our marketing strategy and very, very helpful. Without this, it's very difficult to drive marketing forward in most organizations. Okay, that's the video. Hopefully that was helpful for you. I've got many other videos on segmentation, targeting, positioning. Please check them out and please subscribe to me on YouTube.